Hey guys, today I'll be doing a review of the new Everlast Elite Training Gloves. You guys may or may have not seen these gloves. They were released just a couple of weeks ago by Everlast. They come in both a hook and loop Velcro closure. They also have a lace-up version of these gloves. The gloves come in medium, large, and extra large size. The medium, I believe, being 14 ounces, large being 16 ounces, and XL being 18 ounces. So they give you the 3 different sizes that you can use, as well as 3 different colors. I got this red. It's more of kind of a maroon if you see it in person. They have a blue, which is kind of like a royal blue, and then they have the standard black color. So as you can see, it's a very good looking glove. Has the Everlast logo on the front here as well as there, and the Evershield logo as well, Evershield technology, which I'll kind of get into here in a little bit. On the palm side, like most of the Everlast gloves, they have greatness is within, printed right there, as well as the size of the glove. So I got large, again, that is 16 ounces. The one big thing about these gloves is they are not genuine leather. They are a synthetic leather. If I were to compare it to any of the other gloves I've reviewed, I'd compare the material to the same material Hayabusa uses in their Tokushu gloves. It's almost like kind of a vinyl-ish feel, but leather. It has a leather feel to it as well. It doesn't have any smell or odor to it because it is synthetic. You can see it has stitching all the way through. Now they're used for training. Some people, kind of are shying away from using these for sparring, just for the simple fact that, as you can see, the stitching goes all the way through the top part of the glove, or should I say the striking surface. So you can see the stitching goes all the way through that. So for some people that might be an issue, seeing that you can either cut or you can scrape your sparring partner. It does have the attached thumb, you can see there. And on the inside, it does not have any ventilation holes, but the material on the inside is kind of the EverDry material. It does a pretty decent job of wicking away the moisture and keeping the hand cool. And you can see it does have some double stitching throughout. It does use a layered foam padding, so it doesn't use like a gel padding. It uses layered foam. If I were to compare this to any of my other gloves, these would be kind of a combination of the Protex gloves and the Power Locks. So if Everlast combined the two and it had a kid, it would be this glove. The profile is medium to slim. I'll open this up so you can see the Velcro closure. So it's not too bulky and it's not too slim. It's definitely not as slim as the Power Locks, and it's not as bulky as the Protex gloves. So it does have a decent amount of broken in feel to it. It will definitely take a couple of rounds on the heavy bag to really get that broken in feel. But overall, it's not a very stiff glove, which is nice. So that when you put your hand in there, you can make a really nice fist. And I like the thumb position on this glove too. It's more elongated, parallel with the glove, not so much pushed out like the Reyes gloves that you have. So when you slide your hand in, you have good thumb position. It doesn't feel like your thumb gets jammed inside there. So you have a nice thumb position with that. Makes a nice crack when you land this on the heavy bag, and great overall hand position. Now the Evershield technology is basically, they have really stiff padding on the back, and what that does is, for the anatomical part about it, it doesn't allow your hand to flex backwards, and it really keeps your wrist and your forearm in a nice straight position. So when you strike, you lower the possibility of injury or having your wrist and your hand do that hyperflexion, and then you end up getting either a fracture or a torn ligament or something like that. So that's the whole purpose of that Evershield, and you can see that this padding on the back wrist is pretty dense and thick, and that's the whole purpose of that, so that when you have your hand in here and you have this laced up or closed up with the Velcro, I can't really pull back with my wrist. For some other gloves, it's really, even when it's tied up or laced up, you can really move your wrist around. With this, it really prevents you from pulling back on your wrist, which prevents hyperextension. So a very nice feature, nice glove for that. So the only thing I don't like about the glove is this, and this is something that Everlast, I don't know if they've planning to improve it, but it's just their Velcro closure system. Obviously, you can see all it is just this flap that kind of comes over. So, not a big fan of that, and maybe the reason they didn't do a complete hook and loop closure around is because of the design of the glove. Then it would cover this whole back part of the glove, but I just don't like that, and I don't like the fact that this little flap is super thin. You can see the piece right there is really thin, and the problem with that is the people that buy these gloves of Velcro, the reason they get these over the laces is because they do it because they don't have somebody to lace their gloves up for them. Either that, or they just don't want to take the time to lace up their gloves every time they train. The problem with that is when you have both of these gloves on, it's hard to remove this little lip right here, because now you're using your other hand to try to kind of pull that Velcro off. I can do it easily now because I have my other free hand open, but when you're doing it with another glove, it's almost impossible. So I end up having to use my teeth to unstrap it. Not a huge deal, but just to me, something they could have designed a little bit better, and maybe put like a little padding piece right here, or a little lip. That way you can really just kind of grab it with the other hand and pull that off. So overall, very comfortable glove. Probably one of the most comfortable Everlast gloves I've put on. The interior liner is really nice. Keeps your hands pretty much moisture free and keeps it cool. The gloves are made in China. You can see the label right there. So these gloves are mass produced like all the other Everlast gloves. Not surprising there. And the gloves, I believe, retail for $120. So Everlast does have promotions throughout the months. With the holiday season coming up, they usually do like anywhere from 30 to 50% off. So they usually do it for a 24-hour period. So when you see something, get on their newsletter. That way you can see, when a sale comes on, and that way you can, pick this up for half price or 30% off. But overall, very nice glove. One of my favorite Everlast gloves. Very comfortable. Takes a little break-in period, but nonetheless, I like these better than the Power Locks. I'd say they're about equal to the MX gloves, just a different type of glove. These are more protective and better suited for people that have hand injuries and just want to use this for an overall glove. Again, it's not a puncher's glove. It's a mixture between the two. So you get the feedback of a puncher's glove, but the protection of a thicker glove like the Protex. So again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Hope you guys liked the review, and I'll see you guys later.